Good.
Um,
um,
Good afternoon, Robin.
Thanks for agreeing to come and speak with us today. I've got a few questions here on my page. So the first one is, why did you choose to work with Healthwatch Croydon for your placement?
I chose to work with Healthwatch Croydon as I wanted work experience within research, and this is what Healthwatch Croydon did.
So the topic that you chose with your group was COVID-19 and mental health. Why did you choose that topic?
So we as a team chose COVID because that was the situation we were in at the time. So we thought it would, obviously it's such a fresh new idea. That's why it would have been great to research. And obviously due to COVID, our whole research project was actually hindered, and we had to work at home rather than how it was supposed to be in the actual Institute of Healthwatch Croydon. So we thought it would have been a very fitting idea to do our research project on COVID, as we were like in the pandemic at that time.
Fabulous. So, what did you gain from the project professionally? Did you learn any new skills from doing this project?
So professionally, Healthwatch Croydon got me to learn a lot of techniques, such as I gained how to learn how to write surveys, write reports, analyze reports, and I got a good insight as to how a research project would be. So if I ever wanted to create my own research project, I know what to do now.
Fantastic. So what about on a personal level? Do you feel like you gained anything on a personal level?
I think on a personal level, I just gained how to work very quickly in a limited amount of time, which is a good skill to learn.
What do you think was the biggest challenge of the project for you? What was the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge was working on Zoom. The fact that all of us, literally all of us, all three of us had internet issues at times, so we couldn't come on for some of the meetings, and then we would have to relay the information that everyone would get confused. So it was being on Zoom, like if it was face to face like it normally should be, we could have done a lot of work in a short amount of time, and we didn't have to go back and forth on Zoom, because obviously Zoom is also like there's a time limit for Zoom, how long you could be in a meeting for. There's also the fact that if we wanted to ask any questions to our mentors, if we were confused about any work, we would have to email them. And if we had to email them, then we'd have to wait for their reply. Would it be an instant reply because they were also busy themselves? So obviously, if we were face to face, then we could get instant replies. We could work fast at a faster rate because we had those instant replies. We got the help quickly. So that was a bit of a difficulty.
Yeah, when you're working around a desk, you can just say to someone, "What does this mean?" Or
yeah.
"What should we do here? Should we try this or that?" But yeah, when you're working on Zoom with scheduled meetings and everything has to go through email, yeah, it can be quite laboured in terms of even writing an email takes time, doesn't it? It's so much longer than just calling across a room. So Healthwatch Croydon, considering we do this T-level placement and other placements, what would you say to anyone that was considering this type of placement?
So I would tell students that were more into social research, like psychology or sociology, to do a placement like this, because it would be a very good way of gaining work experience, especially if they want to learn how to research into a project, which is what you do as a social science student. So if they want to go to uni and study social sciences, or if they want a job in social sciences, this Healthwatch Croydon would actually be a very good placement for them. as they get to learn how the process of what to do when you're researching.
That's great. And I've got one final question here. And yeah, this is, don't be afraid. You can tell us everything now. So how can we, Healthwatch Croydon, as an organisation, improve our offer for placement? So what thing or things would you maybe have liked to see that you didn't get with us, or how could we maybe improve? Have you got any ideas around that?
I think this placement should be more offered to students that do study social sciences, such as psychology or sociology, rather than science, like normal science, because they're like obviously two different types of research. And the other thing is, I guess we could improve better communication, because we did have mishaps along the way, especially when creating our survey. So due to poor communication, obviously, but then that wasn't really anyone's fault, to be fair. That was really the fact that we weren't really face to face. We were all on Zoom, so it's just harder to communicate.
It's
But everything else was fine. We had amazing mentors, two amazing mentors, Robin and Yinka. We literally got what we needed. We gained the experience and we had fun.
Well, you've been an amazing student group, and it's really been positive and a pleasure to work with you all. And of course, we get a fantastic research project to show for it. I know that your placement's come to an end now, but we've agreed that we'll keep you in touch with the progress of the research project, who gets to hear it, the comments that services make on that project, and the impact that we'll have for the people in Croydon, the work that you did. So well done. Thank you for your interview. Like I said, we'll keep you in touch, and thank you as well for your comment about communication. We really need to, to keep working together, to keep improving, you know, in any way we can. So we'll take that on board for our next student cohort. And once again, thanks for your time, Syeda. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.